until they heard the CEO refer to the woman as his wife. Only then did everyone realize that the imposter had been impersonating the CEO's wife, and had stolen a luxury car and a mansion. Worried about being implicated, the teacher immediately clarified. She said that the slander accusing her daughter of stealing was instigated by the imposter. Then she presented the bracelet given by the imposter as evidence. The CEO instantly recognized that the bracelet was one he had once given to his wife. The woman also couldn't understand how the imposter could so easily steal the luxury car and bracelet, and open the mansion's front door. It wasn't until the imposter's husband arrived that the truth was unveiled. It turned out that the imposter's husband was the CEO's mother's driver. For the sake of her vanity, she had the man steal the luxury car and mansion and impersonate the CEO's wife. Unexpectedly, she was exposed by the real CEO's wife. However, the man voluntarily assumed responsibility for the theft. He explained that everything had nothing to do with his wife, but in the end, both were taken away by the police. The teacher and the other parents were suspected of damaging someone else's property. They were all taken away by the police as well. At this point, the farce finally came to an end, and all of this was due to the CEO's younger sister not answering the woman's phone call in time. This resulted in the woman being unable to prove her identity as the CEO's wife. In the end, she was bullied by the imposter and the other parents. The woman did not blame the sister either. Because she was unwell, she asked the sister to help take her daughter to school. At that moment, the CEO's mother suddenly flew into a rage. She reprimanded the woman for daring to unilaterally fire the driver. The woman was never looked upon favorably by her mother-in-law. Now, her mother-in-law had seized the opportunity to scold her. Because the driver had worked for their family for 10 years, the mother-in-law treated the driver like family and even intended to take him as her godson. Before the woman could explain, her mother-in-law slapped her. This made the CEO very anxious. Subsequently, the woman stated that the driver's theft was proven and that he could not stay in their home. Moreover, the driver and the imposter's son frequently bullied her daughter at school. Unexpectedly, upon hearing this, her mother-in-law not only refused to believe that the driver was a thief, but also thought that children roughhousing at school was normal. She accused the woman of being petty and overly calculative. Then she went on to compliment the imposter for being beautiful and gentle. Importantly, she had given birth to a son with her first child. Unlike the woman, who only bore daughters, the mother-in-law accused her of firing the driver out of jealousy. The woman defended herself by saying that she loved her daughter very much. She doesn't have to be jealous of an imposter, and had no intention of having a second child. Hearing this, her mother-in-law became furious. Fearing that the $100 billion family enterprise would have no heir, the woman stated that her daughter could also be an heir. However, the mother-in-law, who was biased in favor of sons, believed that a granddaughter was unqualified.